Hello friends, how's you? I hope all are fine and healthy. Welcome to Affairs Cloud Learn to Lead. Today we will discuss very important current affair of 31st of January and 1st of February 2021, and you can see here the four best images of 2 days, but we are discussing 14 to 15 very important and the most important current affair. So watch video till last, but I am requesting you all the students that you have to like this video, you have to share as maximum as possible, and you have to subscribe our channel. But before proceeding, I just want to discuss about Affairs Cloud subscription, that how you can buy our Affairs Cloud subscription. You can buy our current affair PDF subscription only from our application. So what is the name of application? Name of application is Careers Cloud. Remember, the name of application is not Affairs Cloud. The name of application is Careers Cloud. You can download by searching on the Google Play Store, or you can download this application directly from the description box. In the description box, we put a link, then you can download directly from the description box, download link. We are providing 1 year subscription and 2 year subscription as well. So what we are providing under this subscription? We are providing daily wise current affairs. It means you will get the two PDFs in the daily wise section. One is the theoretical and the detailed current affairs. Second is the question and answer format of the current affairs. Next, you will get the weekly PDF. It means you can revise the current affair on week basis. Next is weekly test, very important to evaluate yourself so that you can revise and retain for current affairs long time period. Next is the monthly PDF section, that is very important because we are providing so many PDFs under this section according to your convenience. Like first is the study PDF, it means the detailed current affairs of particular month will be provided under this PDF. Next is the question and answer PDF. It means all the theoretical current affairs will be converted into question and answer format so that you can revise and retain for long time period. Next is Pocket PDF. Very important to revise the current affair very quickly, as the name suggests, that named as Pocket PDF. Next is Banking, Finance and Economy PDF. Very important for those aspirants who are preparing for banking exam or who want to learn about banking awareness. Next is the Top 100. It means the best 100 current affairs will be provided to you. That is also provided in the form of question and answer. So all these things comes under one subscription, and all these things will be provided to you every month. And guys, very much low cost of this subscription, and on that minimal price we are providing you 10% extra discount. How you can get 10% extra discount? If you use this code ASH10, then you will get definitely 10% extra discount. That is ASH10, then you will get 10% extra discount. So let's start today's current affair, that is the 31st of January and 1st of February 2021. But I am requesting you again, all the students, that you have to like this video, you have to share as maximum as possible, and you have to subscribe our channel, that is Affairs Cloud channel. So let's start our first section, that is the most important question section, and here is our first question. What is the rank of India in the COVID Performance Index? Now, this is the first time that COVID Performance Index is released, and this index is released by Lowy Institute of Australia. So remember students, this is the COVID Performance Index, and examiner can ask that which country topped the list under the COVID Performance Index. And remember, the country is New Zealand. New Zealand topped under this index, and second rank goes to Vietnam and third rank goes to Vietnam. It means these countries are ranked on the basis of its response towards tackling the pandemic of COVID-19. And what is the rank of India? As same as India rank got in the corruption index. Remember, what is the rank of India in the corruption index? India's rank in corruption index is 86th, and same rank is the COVID Performance Index. So answer of this question is D. The students who are thinking about D, they are definitely right. You can see in the picture that New Zealand and Vietnam topped under this index. It means they tackled this pandemic very much well. It means the response of these two countries is very much good towards tackling the pandemic. And guys, remember, it is the COVID Performance Index, and it is released by which organization? It is released by Lowy Institute of Australia. You can also see here the India score is 24.3, and this rank is out of 98 countries. Remember, this rank is out of 98 countries, and India rank is very much poor. And New Zealand topped under this index. Vietnam on second, and third rank goes to Taiwan. China was excluded from the ranking due to the lack of publicly available data on testing, because China has so much data related to COVID-19 which is not available in the public domain. That's why China was excluded from the ranking. And this ranking is based on 6 indicators, guys. This ranking is based on 6 indicators like confirmed cases, confirmed deaths, confirmed cases per million people, confirmed deaths per million people, tests per 1,000 people. So many data is available, but the main indicators which are used for the performance, that are 6 indicators. And remember, if we are talking about South Asia, then Sri Lanka topped under this index. It means Sri Lanka well behaved under the tackling of the pandemic. So remember this. And Maldives was on 25, Pakistan on 69, Nepal on 70, Bangladesh on 84. It means all the countries of the South Asia, especially these 5 countries, are ahead of India. So this is very important thing, and India have to take care all these things, because India is very much poor in the health sector, and India's response is very much poor towards tackling the pandemic. Now, guys, we are moving to next question. Next question is, which organization named 2020 as worst year on record? So the main keyword of this question is the worst year on record, because all the sectors were very much affected due to COVID-19, but one sector, especially the tourism sector, declined by 74% globally. So remember, the world saw a global tourism decline of 74%, which resulted in 1 billion fewer international arrivals than 2019. That is a huge, guys. And due to the lockdowns, due to the restrictions, that global tourism declined by the 74%. That's why we are talking about United Nations World Tourism Organization. So remember, the answer is A, and this World Tourism Organization of United Nations Organization declared the 2020 as worst year on record. You can see here 2020 worst year in tourism history. That is the United Nations World Tourism Organization. And where is the headquarter of this organization? Headquarter of this organization is Madrid, Spain. Remember, where is the headquarter? That is in Spain. And remember, the total decline of the tourism is almost about 74%. Don't remember, just read this news. But the most important thing is United Nations World Tourism Organization. And the main keyword is World Tourism Barometer. Remember, this is the rank which is released by United Nations World Tourism Organization. And under this rank, they rank 2020 as the worst year on record. Moving to next question. Who has set up an innovation sandbox web portal, a workflow waste platform? So the most important keyword under this question is this innovation sandbox web portal. Why this web portal is released? This is just to testing the offline problems of the applications, or you can say it is a testing environment that enables financial tech firms that individuals do offline testing of their applications, so that the individuals can do offline testing on their application. So this platform or this web portal will enable any Indian or any person who want to invest in India can do offline testing of their application. And this innovation sandbox will be set up by the Securities and Exchange Board of India. It means I am talking about SEBI. So if I am talking about SEBI, so 2 options are out. One is A, second is C. So IRDA can't be there, SIDBI can't be there. So answer should be Bombay Stock Exchange or National Stock Exchange. And answer of this question is, guys, Bombay Stock Exchange. You can see here Bombay Stock Exchange set up innovation sandbox web portal for the financial techs and the individuals. It means it is available for the 2 things, like financial technological firms and tech in this individuals. So it is testing environment that enables financial tech firms and individuals to do offline testing of their application, so that maximum to maximum innovation can be enhanced. The innovation sandbox is set up as per the guidelines of Securities and Exchange Board of India. That is very important. And SEBI is established in 1988, remember, but it becomes statutory body in 1992. And who is currently chairman of SEBI? That is Ajay Tyagi. Remember this. And now, what is the aim of this portal? It is just to create an ecosystem which promotes innovation in the securities market, so that maximum to maximum testing software should be there, so that they can do offline testing of their applications. So what about Bombay Stock Exchange? Bombay Stock Exchange established in 1875. Who is MD and CEO, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer? That is most important thing. Bombay Stock Exchange MD and CEO is Ashish Kumar Chauhan. Remember. And where is the headquarters? That is very simple, in Mumbai, Maharashtra. Moving to next question. Which Indian company ranked on the top position as world's strongest brand? This is the most important thing under this question. World's strongest brand. as per the Global 500 2021, an annual report on the most valuable and strongest global brand. So there are three things under this question. One is, if examiner is asking about world's strongest brand, then you can see in the question, but examiner can also ask that world's most valuable brand, then the answer should be different. If examiner is asking that world's best CEO, then the answer should be different. So answer of this question is world's strongest brand out of the global 500 list, then answer should be, if they are talking about Indian, then answer should be Reliance Jio. If the Indian word is not there in the question, then answer should be WeChat. Remember, the world's strongest brand is WeChat, but if examiner is asking about Indian brand, then Reliance Jio, because Reliance Jio rank in the world 500 list is on 5th. Remember, Jio's rank is on 5th. Reliance Jio ranked 5th strongest brand globally. You can also see here, Reliance Jio has been ranked in the 5th position as world's strongest brand with this brand strength index score of 91.7 out of 100 and triple A plus brand strength rating. But don't remember all these things, just remember Reliance Jio is on the 5th position. Reliance Jio enters this list first time, and remember WeChat is on the first number if we are talking about the strongest brand. But if we are talking about the valuable global brand, then Apple is on the first position and second position goes to Amazon. It means I am talking about Jeff Bezos. Amazon on the second, Apple is on the first. If I am talking about the top 100 CEO, then top 100 CEO ranking in this ranking, the top position goes to Ajay Banga. That was the former CEO of Mastercard, but currently he will be replaced by the Michelle Maybach. Remember, Mastercard CEO Ajay Banga, he secured the first position. So if we are talking about strongest brand, then answer should be WeChat. Then if we are talking about the valuable brand, then answer should be Apple. If we are talking about best CEO, then Mastercard Ajay Banga. But if they are talking about Indian company, then answer should be Reliance Jio. Now we are moving to next question. Who has been appointed as new MD, Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of SBI Card, because former MD and CEO of the SBI Card become the one of the Managing Director of SBI. There are 4 Managing Director of the SBI, 2 MDs are recently appointed in the SBI platform. So remember, answer of this question is Ashwini Kumar Tiwari can't be answered, because Ashwini Kumar Tiwari was the former MD and CEO of SBI Card. He become now one of the MD of SBI. So Swaminathan Janakiraman can't be answer. He also become the one of the MD of SBI. Answer should be Rama Mohan Rao Amara. So answer of this question is Rama Mohan Rao Amara. So you can just remember Rama Rao. So this is the answer. You can see here Rama Rao photo and appointed as MD and CEO of SBI Card. You can also see here he succeeds Ashwini Kumar Tiwari, who is appointed as one of the 4 managing directors of State Bank of India. And you have to remember who are the 2 persons who are appointed recently as one of the MD of SBI. One is Ashwini Kumar Tiwari, second is Swaminathan Janakiraman. You can also see here he is appointed for a period of 2 years. And he started his banking career with SBI in 1991 as a probationary officer. So guys, remember, he was appointed in 1991 as a probationary officer. It means PO. So this thing is very motivating for those students who are preparing for banks and who want to join banks as a PO, because one day you can also become the MD and CEO of one managing firm, because he also joined in 1991 in SBI as a PO. So guys, remember, headquarter of SBI Card is in Gurgaon, Haryana. Now we are moving to next question. What is the rank of India in Asia Pacific Personalized Health Index? So all the students, I am requesting that this question is very important, because this is related to the health index. And remember, what is the rank of India's in Asia Pacific Personalized Health Index? And not so many countries are ranked under this index. Only 11 countries are ranked under this index. And what is the rank of India out of these 11 countries? And this rank is developed by Copenhagen Institute for Future Studies. Remember this. And one thing you have to remember, this is basically in terms of adopting personalized healthcare and steps taken to provide right care to the needed person at the right time. And India's rank is again very poor guys. In the COVID performance index, again very poor, and in the Asia Pacific personalized health index, again very poor, and corruption index very poor. So out of 11 countries, India rank is on 10th. So remember, India's rank is 10th. So C option is right. And on the 11th, just one country is below India, that is Indonesia. Otherwise, India's rank is 10th. And which country topped under this index? Very surprisingly, Singapore topped under this index. Singapore, guys, topped under this Asia Pacific Personalized Health Index. So India's rank is 10th on the Asia Pacific Personalized Health Index, and this index is prepared by adopting personalized healthcare and steps taken to provide right care to the needed person at the right time. So you can see here, it is released by Future Proofing Healthcare Initiative of Roche, and Roche is basically you can say the NGO type organization, headquarters in Switzerland. And India was ranked at 10th out of 11 Asia Pacific countries in terms of adopting personalized healthcare and steps taken to provide right care to be needed person at the right time. So Singapore in the top list, it means Singapore topped this index, followed by the Taiwan and Japan at the second and the third position. And guys, remember, Indonesia has on the 11th position, it means on the last position. Now we are moving to next question, and we are basically covered all the most important question. We are now covering very important question, and here is the first question. Who authored his first book title, that is Yearbook? And I am giving you hint that this person is a very good stand-up comedian from Canada, and you have to remember he is also a very much popular actor in Canadian industry. And answer of this question is very simple. Answer is Seth Rogen. So remember, the Yearbook is basically written by Seth Rogen, and it is also a comedy type book. And you can see here the picture of Seth Rogen, and the name of the book is Yearbook, and it is written by Seth Rogen. And you can also see the cartoon form of the Seth Rogen. And you can see here Seth Rogen, Hollywood actor, comedian from Canada, and a writer, authored his book, first book basically, that is known as Yearbook. It is a collection of true stories and essays. And this Yearbook is a collection of true stories and funny essays, because I already covered that this book is related to the comedy. And funny essays of Seth Rogen that speaks about his grandparents doing stand-up comedy during the teenage and Jewish summer camp. So it is just about the experience of the Seth Rogen and how he basically started his career as a comedian or as a stand-up comedian. So remember, the name of the book is Yearbook, and it is written by Seth Rogen. Moving to next question. How many more Rafale jets recently landed in India after flying non-stop from France? And these Rafales covered 7,000 kilometers non-stop from the France to India, but it was spotted by the in-flight refueling by the UAE Air Force. So remember, it was refueled at you can say in air, basically at in-flight refueling system at the UAE Air Force, and they covered 7,000 kilometers non-stop by this refueling in air. So this is very huge distance. And guys, remember, first batch of 5 Rafale jets arrived in 2020, like in July 2020, and second batch of 3 Rafale jet arrived in November 2020. Now this is the third installment, and again these are 3 Rafales. So remember, 3 Rafales more recently landed in India after flying non-stop from France. So total Rafale jets now India have 11, and total order is 36. So remember, out of 36 we received 11. You can see here Rafale picture, and this is the personalized tweet of Indian Air Force, and this you can see 3 more Rafale jets arrive in India, so it will tighten the Indian security. You can see here it is the third batch of 3 Rafale jets which got airborne from Istres Air Base, that in France, landed at Indian Air Force Base, India. And the non-stop flight is about 7,000 kilometers was spotted by the in-flight refueling by the UAE Air Force. And remember, this is French Aerospace Major Dassault Aviation who manufactured these Rafale jets. And India ordered 36 warplanes of Rafale at the cost of 59,000 crores. But India now received 11 Rafale jets. And first batch of 5 Rafale jets arrive in July 2020, second of 3 in November 2020, now third batch in 2021 in January. So remember these things, these are very important. Move on to next question. Chief Minister of Maharashtra unveiled the first indigenously metro rake. Metro rake means metro rail for the new metro line of Mumbai. The first made in India rake was manufactured by whom? It means the box, it means the rail of this one box of the metro is manufactured by which Indian company, or because it is the made in India, it is the indigenously built. That's why it is built by Indian company. And answer of this question is BEML, that is Bharat Earth Movers Limited. Remember the name of the organization, Bharat Earth Movers Limited. You can see here Uddhav Thackeray, very smiling face of Uddhav Thackeray, unveils first indigenously metro rake in Mumbai. You can also see here it is for the new metro line of Mumbai, Metro 2A and 7, that is known as the Dahisar East and Andheri East. From Dahisar East to Andheri East at the Charkop Metro Depot, Mumbai, Maharashtra. But these things are not important. Just remember it is the indigenously built metro rake and it is built by Bharat Earth Movers Limited. And the rake was manufactured by Bharat Earth Movers Limited and delivered the first made in India rake from the Bengaluru facility of BEML. The metro line will become functional from June 2021, but the demo lines will be started in May 2021. Now we are moving to next question, and remember about Maharashtra. Who is the governor of Maharashtra? Maharashtra governor is Bhagat Singh Kishori, and very important national park, that is Sanjay Gandhi National Park, remember. And next is the Tadoba Andheri National Park. You have to remember Tadoba National Park. This is also known as the Tadoba Andheri Tiger Reserve or National Park. Tadoba is very important. Move to next question. What is the theme of 51st edition of 2021 World Economic Forum annual meeting called the Davos Agenda 2021? And from Indian side, it was addressed by our lovely Prime Minister, that is Narendra Modi ji. And two things you have to remember. One is it is the 51st edition of World Economic Forum, that is the annual meeting of World Economic Forum. And remember it is also known as the Davos Agenda 2021. And guys, answer of this question is a crucial year to rebuild trust. So very confusing options are there, but you have to just remember this word, that is trust. So remember, a crucial year to rebuild trust. So 2021 is very important to rebuild again and to reconstruct again these things so that we can tackle this COVID-19 in future. And guys, this is the Prime Minister Narendra Modi who addressed from Indian side, that is Davos Agenda Summit 2021. You can also see here around 1500 business, government and civil society leaders from 70 countries participated in the meeting. That is huge participation by all the countries. Several leaders from the international organizations like WTO, WHO, United Nations and government agencies and central banks participated in the Davos Agenda 2021 so that we can reconstruct the future, we can reconstruct what is destructed by the COVID-19. And World Economic Forum launched the Global Artificial Intelligence Action Alliance so that we can do so many things with the help of the artificial intelligence in future. So that's why they formed a group that is known as Global Artificial Intelligence Action Alliance. So remember this group. And they also formed a one kind of alliance that is known as Edison Alliance. This is known as Essential Digital Infrastructure and Services so that we can improve the infrastructure in the digital format and we can reduce the inequalities in the digital format and ensure equitable access to digital opportunities for the everyone by the year of 2025. It means we have to achieve this target, that is equitable distribution of the digital opportunities by the year of 2025. And remember, World Economic Forum founder and executive chairman is Klaus Schwab and headquarters is in Cologne, Switzerland. And where is the headquarters of World Economic Forum? Very important, Cologne, Switzerland. Move to next question. Stash Financial Company partnered with which bank to launch a contactless prepaid card? Because so many banks basically tying up with so many companies so that they are launching you can say the co-branded debit cards, but this time this Stanfish launched this contactless prepaid card, and this bank is SBM Bank. So remember SBM Bank. And SBM stands for State Bank of Mauritius. Remember this. You can see here SBM Bank partners to launch contactless prepaid card with the StashFin. You can see here StashFin entered into partnership with SBM Bank and they are launching StashFin SBM card. This is the name of the card and it enables the cardholders to access the funds with the 24/7 accessibility. It means all the year they can access these type of the funds with this card. And it acts as a personal overdraft facility. It means they can get the loan by this card, enabling a customer to take loan up to 5 lakh. It means the validity of the loan is up to 5 lakh rupees. And the card users have an option to convert all these transactions and all the purchases into equated monthly installment. It means they can convert these transactions and their purchases into the EMI format. So they can basically pay in very easy manner. It is the first bank to receive a banking license from the Reserve Bank of India and to establish a universal banking business in India through the wholly owned subsidy mode. It means they are the first that got the license from the Reserve Bank of India to establish banking system in India through the wholly owned subsidiary mode, because they belong to Mauritius, but wholly owned subsidiary business started in India. So SBM Bank is the first foreign bank in India to operate as a new Indian bank. So it looks like a Indian bank. So headquarters is in Mumbai, and who is the MD and CEO is Siddharth Rath. This is important, so you have to remember who is the MD and CEO, Siddharth Rath. Move on to next question. What is the name of the Prime Minister of Democratic Republic of Congo who recently resigned? So guys, why he resigned from the parliamentary form of government? Because the lawmakers of Democratic Republic of Congo voted and approved the motion of censure against the Prime Minister. And what is the name of Prime Minister? Name of Prime Minister is Silvestre Ilunga. So remember the name, it is important, Silvestre Ilunga. You can see here the picture of the Silvestre Ilunga, and the full name is Silvestre Ilunga Ilunkamba. Resigned after lawmakers vote him out. It means the lack of majority leads to the resignation of this Prime Minister. You can see here about the Democratic Republic of Congo. Capital is Kinshasa and currency is Congolese franc. And guys, you can see the map of the Democratic Republic of Congo. You can see the capital Kinshasa, and there is a river, very famous river, that is the Congo River. You can see, and there is a line of equator. So it means this river cuts the equator 2 times. So remember, this is very important question. Which river cuts the equator 2 times? That is the Congo River. So remember, it is in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Moving to next question. The Martyrs' Day, which is also known as Shahid Divas, is annually observed across India on which day? It is very important day. It is just to recognize the contribution of Indian freedom fighters who basically lost their lives during the Indian freedom struggle. So this is very important, and on that day, on the 30th of January 2021, this is the 73rd Martyrs Day. Remember, it is the 73rd Martyrs Day, and on the same day, on the 30th of January 1948, Gandhiji died. Nathuram Godse shot Gandhiji. That's why this day is celebrated as Martyr Day, as the Shahid Divas. So answer should be 30th of January, and this is the 73rd time, because it was first celebrated in 1949, because Gandhiji died in 1948. You can see here 30th January, and you can see the Gandhiji picture, and Martyrs Day 2021, it is the 73rd. You have to remember this, and it is just to pay the respect to the martyrs who lost their life during the Indian freedom struggle. And that day also marked the death anniversary of Mahatma Gandhiji. As a tribute of father of nation Mahatma Gandhi, the film division streamed Gandhiji Rediscovered. It is a short film. It is just a 27-minute documentary in both Hindi and English, which discusses the scope of Savdeshi. It means it is also lead to the Make in India concept. So remember this, just the day is very important. Moving to next section, it is the important question section, and here is one question we will discuss. A financial support agreement was signed between the Ministry of Education and which organization for the implementation of STARS project? It means the most important thing under this is STARS project. It is just to strengthening the education and teacher learning experience, so that there is a need of financial support. So financial support will be provided by this organization, Ministry of Education, and the states who are participating in the STARS mission. And answer of this question is, guys, World Bank. There is a huge amount which is invested under this STAR mission, and these 6 states are very important, I am telling you. So remember, Department of Economic Affairs, World Bank, and Department of Education signed an agreement so that they can finance this STARS project. And remember, what is the meaning of STARS? STARS meaning is strengthening teaching, learning, and result of the states. It means it is states focus scheme. And remember, these 6 states who are participating under the STARS program, that is Himachal Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Kerala, and Odisha. So one state in the north, that is Himachal Pradesh, one state in the west, that is Rajasthan, one state is Maharashtra in the south, or you can say in the center point. Madhya Pradesh is also in the center, Kerala is in the south, Odisha in the east. So all the corners of India is covered, but no state is from the northeastern state. So it is just to strengthening teacher learning and result for the state. It means they can improve in the education sector. So this much of amount is required for the stars project, that is 5718 crore rupees, and out of these rupees almost 3700 crore will be provided by World Bank and rest of the amount will be provided by these 6 states. So this is the project which is started in 2020, October 2020. Remember this. And World Bank established in 1944 with IMF. It means IMF and World Bank, both known as Bretton Woods twins because both are formed in a single day. Remember this. And both headquarters in Washington DC, United States. President is David Malpass. Member countries are 189. And guys, remember, IMF member countries are not 189, IMF member countries are 190. Recently, Andorra was added in International Monetary Fund. And headquarters is same, Washington, DC. Move to next point, and it is the one-liner important point. And first is the RBI cancel license of Shivam Sehkari Bank. This bank is one of the cooperative bank of Maharashtra, but RBI cancels all the banking services of the Shivam Sehkari Bank. Remember this, just the name, Shivam Sehkari Bank, and where is headquarters? Mumbai, Maharashtra. Next is climate litigation cases have spiked in the recent years. United Nations Environment Global Climate Litigation Report 2020 status review. It is just to remember just only one thing, that is United Nations Environment Program, and this report, Global Climate Litigation Report, is released by United Nations Environment Program. And where is the headquarters of this organization? Headquarters is in Nairobi, Kenya. And remember who is currently the head of this organization? Executive Director is Iyengar Anderson. Remember this. Indian Naval Fast Attack Craft INFAC, that is Fast Attack Craft T-81 decommissioned. So remember, this is now decommissioned. It was commissioned far before years ago. It means the vessel was commissioned in 1999. Remember, this vessel was commissioned in 1999 by the governor of Goa, Lieutenant General J.F.R. Jacob. That time, the governor of Goa was General J.F.R. Jacob. But now it is decommissioned. So remember, this vessel is decommissioned now. Next is the second World Neglected Tropical Disease Day, 30th of January 2021. So why this day is celebrated? It is just to highlight the global commitment to eliminate neglected tropical diseases that has affected the most marginalized community of the world. So remember, it is just to eliminate neglected tropical diseases that has affected the most marginalized community of the world. So this day is celebrated on the 30th of January 2021. So GDP growth for financial year 2020 revised downwards to 4% from 4.2%, that is National Statistical Organization or office estimates. So remember, the estimates of NSO now changed. They are predicting now 4% downwards of the growth of India in financial year 20. Not remember, because this is not so much important, because NSO or the other organization now revising the India's growth rate in financial year 2021 and also the 21-22. So don't remember, I will make one video altogether of all the financial organization prediction about India financial year 2021 and 21-22. Next is Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs approves closure of Scooters India Limited. Very good company and very old company of two-wheelers and the three-wheelers, now closed. It is approved by Cabinet Committee on the Economic Affairs. So in the 1990s, this company was very famous. It was established in 1972 and also known for the two-wheelers like Lamberta, Lambi, Vijay, Vikram and Lambro, but it was also manufacturing two-wheelers and the three-wheelers, but now it was basically in loss. Its headquarters is also in Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh, so that's why they closed this company. So it is Scooters India Limited. So now we are moving to the answer of the 30th Jan 2021 question, and question was very simple. The instrument used for the measurement of the air pressure is called. So very simple question, guys. Answer of this question is barometer. So all the students who answered in the comment box are very much right, and I am basically proud of you all, guys, because you are giving all the answers very much right. And SSC CGL question 2016. So it means it was asked in that exam. So you can also move to the question of the day. Question of the day is, which of the following region is India is now regarded as an ecological hotspot? It means out of these four options, one region is called as the ecological hotspot, and it was asked in the 2016, and one of the option is very much right. So you have to answer only in the comment box. I am just requesting you only in the comment box, not in the chat box. So guys, thank you for watching this video. You have to subscribe this channel. You have to provide us 700 plus likes. That is the only motivation you can give us. You have to press the bell button so that you can receive the notification on time, and it is a Affairs Cloud promise that it will boost your confidence on time. And it is Affairs Cloud promise. Definitely it will boost your confidence in the Affairs Cloud current affairs. And guys, remember 90% of the current affairs are covered from the Affairs Cloud PDF and our videos. You can see the comment box. So many students are commenting that I covered 14 questions out of 20 from your videos. It means they are trusting us, and you have to trust us, because our genuinity is the only thing that students are commenting in the comment box. So thank you guys for watching this video. Don't take life so much serious. Life is fun. Always be happy, because happiness is the key of our success. Thank you guys for watching this video. Take care. Bye bye.